Have you ever lost hope and felt that nothing could save you? What if a simple leaf could change someone's life? Hello students, welcome to English EdTech. Today we are going to learn one of the most touching short stories in English literature, The Last Leaf, by O. Henry. This story teaches us about friendship, hope, sacrifice, and the power of art. It is set in New York City during a time when pneumonia was a deadly disease. Through three unforgettable characters, Sue, Johnsy, and Berman, O. Henry delivers a powerful message that can inspire us even today. Let's begin our journey into this heartwarming masterpiece. O. Henry was the pen name of William Sidney Porter, one of America's most famous short story writers. He was known for surprise endings, human emotions, ordinary people as heroes. His stories often show kindness, sacrifice, and unexpected twists. The Last Leaf remains one of his most celebrated works because it beautifully combines hope, friendship, and selfless love. The story is set in Greenwich Village, New York City, in the early 20th century. At that time, many young artists lived in cheap apartments, winters were cold and harsh, medical facilities were limited, pneumonia was often life-threatening. Artists struggled financially, but dreamed of creating great works of art. This setting is important because the characters themselves are artists who live modestly while pursuing their dreams. Sue and Johnsy are two young artists sharing a small apartment. One cold November, Johnsy becomes seriously ill with pneumonia. Despite the doctor's treatment, she loses the desire to live. The doctor notices something unusual. Johnsy has mentally accepted death. She spends her days staring out of the window at an ivy creeper growing on a brick wall. Gradually, she develops a strange belief. She thinks that when the last ivy leaf falls, she too will die. This shows how dangerous negative thinking can be. Sometimes our thoughts affect our recovery more than physical illness. The doctor understands that Johnsy's greatest problem is not pneumonia, it is hopelessness. Sue refuses to give up. She tries everything, talking to Johnsy, painting near her bed, making soup, keeping her company. But Johnsy continues counting the falling leaves. When only 4 leaves remain, she says,
"When the last leaf falls, I will die."
Sue realizes that her friend has completely surrendered to despair. Sue represents hope and friendship. She teaches us that true friends stand by us during difficult times. Even when Johnsy loses faith, Sue never stops believing. On the ground floor lives Berman. He is an old painter. For many years, he has dreamed of creating a masterpiece. However, he has never painted one. When Sue tells him about Johnsy's strange belief, he becomes upset. He cannot understand why she wants to give up her life. That night, a violent storm begins. Rain falls heavily. Cold winds blow fiercely. Only 1 leaf remains on the ivy vine. Everyone expects it to fall by morning. Berman appears rough on the outside but possesses a compassionate heart. His actions later reveal his true greatness. The next morning, Johnsy looks out of the window. To her surprise, the last leaf is still there. It survives the storm. Another day passes, another storm arrives. Still, the leaf remains. Gradually, Johnsy begins to think differently. If the leaf can fight against the storm, why can't she fight against her illness? Her hope returns. She starts eating. She smiles again. Most importantly, she regains the will to live. The leaf becomes a symbol of courage, determination, and hope. It teaches Johnsy that life is worth fighting for. Soon, the doctor announces wonderful news. Johnsy will recover. But there is tragic news too. Berman has caught pneumonia and died. Later, Sue reveals the truth. The leaf that never fell was not a real leaf. On the stormy night, after the real leaf had fallen, Berman climbed a ladder and painted a perfect leaf on the wall. Standing in freezing rain and icy winds, he completed his masterpiece. The painting saved Johnsy's life, but the effort cost him his own. That painted leaf became Berman's greatest work of art. His masterpiece was not famous. It was not displayed in a gallery. It was painted to save a human life. Johnsy qualities. Sensitive, imaginative, weak during illness, learns the value of life, symbolizes human weakness and recovery through hope. Sue qualities. Loyal friend, optimistic, caring, selfless, symbolizes friendship and emotional support. Berman qualities. Courageous, generous, self-sacrificing, dedicated artist, symbolizes true heroism and selfless love. Hope can heal even when medicine seems powerless. True friendship provides strength during difficult times. Berman sacrifices his life for another person. Art can inspire, heal, and transform lives. Recovery begins when a person decides to fight for life. The ivy leaf represents boss, hope, courage, survival, determination. The storm represents challenges, suffering, difficulties in life. Berman's painting. represents selfless love, true art, human compassion. The moral of the last leaf is, never lose hope even in the darkest moments. A positive attitude can change life. True friendship and selfless sacrifice are among the greatest gifts a person can offer, and sometimes, the smallest thing, a single leaf, can inspire the greatest change. Quick revision. Author, O. Henry. Setting, Greenwich Village, New York. Main characters, Sue, Johnsy, Berman. Central idea, hope can defeat despair. Berman's masterpiece, The Painted Ivy Leaf. Theme, friendship, hope, sacrifice, and art. Moral, never give up on life. The last leaf reminds us that courage can appear in unexpected forms, and that one person's sacrifice can transform another person's life. If you enjoyed this explanation, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to English EdTech. See you in the next lesson. Thank you for watching.